Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Zebu Nation here with FC Cincinnati. The 2020 MLS playoffs are rolling along, and as you can see here, we are in the first leg of the Eastern Conference Finals versus Philadelphia Union. Should be a good matchup. Let's take a look at the match preview. We're going to get right into it. So, we are 5-4 favorites. We're playing at home today, Nippert Stadium. Pitch is very good, 62 degrees and breezy. That's not bad for late November. We'll take that for sure. Now, we got some issues to talk about. Both teams have some problems in the medical department. We'll look at our own first. We have DeVries and Aguirre both injured for 2 weeks. So they're going to miss this round of the playoffs for sure, and they might even miss MLS Cup. So we might have to, if we make it that far, obviously, might have to continue with a bit of a jerry-rigged lineup. So that's 2 important starters out for us, but luckily we do have some pretty good depth. Now, as for Philadelphia, they've got issues of their own, which might even be a little worse than ours. Take a look at Philadelphia here. So they've still got a pretty decent team. They got old John Kempen in goal. Yeasley here is just coming off an injury. They've got Lama injured, out for 3 weeks at right wing. Torres, their young designated player, that exciting Argentinian striker we looked at earlier in the year, he's out for 2 weeks. They've got Waji is injured. I don't know if he's a particularly large player for them, but David Akam is out. Their trusty defender, Austin Trusty, also coming back from an injury. He'll be available in a week, so he's probably not going to play against us. He might play in the second leg, but he's definitely not playing this game. So they've got some issues there in Philadelphia. It'll be interesting to see what sort of lineup that they give to us. Now, they got here by beating New York in the semifinals. So that was a pretty good win for them. They came back in the second leg, 3-1 at home to pull it out versus New York. We didn't have to play, neither of us had to play in the first round, the wild card round. So we both came in relatively fresh, but now all these injuries have sort of changed things up a little bit. Let's go to our team selection and see what we've got here. And this is going to be our lineup on the bench. We've got Przbilko back. He's on the bench. Sonyora's back from injury, so he's on the bench. Crispum, Delgado, Tilt, Clute, and Hudson are on the bench. So we've got a pretty decent bench. Again, nobody is match fit at all because they're either coming off injury or they just haven't played much this season. But our starting lineup is Stefan in goal, of course. Nuhu and Blackman at the fullbacks. Blackman played the full series last series, so he'll be fine for us going into this season. We've played with him quite a bit this season, so he's a rookie, but he's got some experience. Wilson and Glad still at defense. Akugo, Richie Salvador moved into the midfield. He's played decent this season, hasn't played a ton of games. He's got a lot of fouls. He's nearly suspended again, so if he picks up another yellow card in this game, he's going to be out, and that's going to kind of deplete us a little bit in the midfield. Akechi has moved up to left wing. Acosta, Shelton at the right wing. We're going to keep him there as the starter for now. And then Adi up top. Meanwhile, they're going with Derek in goal. Tyler Derek, 37 appearance, 34 concessions. So about a goal a game for this guy. Romeo at left back. Trusty is in the game, as injured as he was. He's going to play, apparently. McKenzie, Yeasley also coming off an injury. Centeno, Butcher, Reese, Bedoya moved over to right wing. Picot and Maddox up top. So, bit of a jerry-rigged lineup, but, they still got some talent. We can't take this team for granted, that's for sure. Pep talk. Let's see. I expect a good result from the first leg. Let's go. Nope, they're not real happy about that. All right, set opposition instructions. Definitely close down on Bedoya. I don't know much about Matt Butcher. 23-year-old Englishman, valued at $2.3 million. He looks pretty decent. Physically, he's very good. Yeah, he looks pretty decent. We'll press him a little bit. Sure, why not? And then Maddox and Pico up top. We're definitely going to press them, or at least tightly mark them. There we go. Cincinnati can be blah, 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 blah. Assistant coach. All right. Here we are at home. Home field advantage. We are, of course, in the Cincinnati Blues. Now, the team is going to reveal some brand new jerseys for the 2019 season tonight, actually. Probably right about the time I'm recording this, maybe an hour from now. Those jerseys better be good. That's all I got to say. They've been building up and building. Oh, no, Pico is injured for Philadelphia. He's out. Kolarczyk comes in. Take a look at this guy. That's a big weapon for them out. An 18-year-old. He's got first touch and heading and strength. Sort of a target man type kid. He could be interesting. He could be dangerous, but we'll see if he can live up to the big game hype here. Let's see what we got. Akechi does not go for the ball. He's still a little unfamiliar playing out there in the wing. Butcher looking for some space, getting it forward. There's Kolarczyk. There, he's going to make a play, isn't he? Nope. Off the post, Maddox is there. Kolarczyk. I don't know what our goalkeeper was up to there. He just sort of let the ball bounce off the post. But I guess our defense was up to the task. Romeo sends one in. There's Stefan. Finally got his head in the game. 16 minutes down. Acosta's looking nervous and tired. He might have picked up a little bit of an injury. I didn't see that flash across the highlights, but it might have. Glad has been booked, so we'll tell him to ease off tackles. And he's nervous. Both he and Acosta are nervous. Don't like that. I mean, Glad you can understand. He's a bit of a youngster. 23 years old by now, so, you know, he's getting paid a lot of money. Getting paid a lot of money to be nervous there, buddy. Maybe that's why he's nervous. He's trying to live up to that paycheck. Acosta, I mean, he's been around the block. He's 26 years old. He's a designated player. This is what we have him for, so he might be nervous about his injury. To take a look at that. I mean, we do have Crispum on the bench, so we can bring him in if necessary. Adi with a yellow card. That's odd. Tell him to ease off tackles for sure. 3 minutes of stoppage time coming up. It's been a fairly uneventful first half. Trusty coming off that injury. He's down to 72%. He probably won't make the whole game unless they just let him stay in there and die. There we go. Halftime. We had 7 shots, 1 on target. We had 7 fouls, but they had 11, 59% possession, so we pretty much dominated. 0-0 at home isn't too bad. Tactics, I think we'll stay with the possession style. Maybe we'll try working the ball in the box. Right? You know, I usually go one of two ways. Either I like them to take more shots. You know, if we're not scoring, you might as well take more shots. But if we're taking shots and they're not getting on target, then you might as well try to work the ball in the box. That seems reasonable, right? Sure, we're counter-pressing. Yeah. Okay. Now, I think what they really need is a pep talk. That's what they really need. They need some passionate... It's time to give everything we got. We deserve this match. Let's go. There we go. We got some motivated boys. Akugo, Richie Salvador. Acosta's not... It's not showing that he's injured. There's no injury thing here, so... Maybe it's one of those things where he got like a cut on his knee or something, and he's just sort of limping around from the pain. I don't know. Nothing that really affects his play. I don't know. Did I finish up my thought on the jerseys? Like, Cincinnati's jerseys better be pretty good because they've been building this up for so long. It's been like it seems like at least a year they've been building up these new jerseys, but it's been several months. And even this week, they're like, oh, countdown to the jersey. And this morning there was a tweet. It's like just, X number of hours away until we reveal our new jersey for the season. So better be good. I mean, I like their old jerseys. I like the stripes. I like the checkerboard patterns, all that stuff. They had some neat jerseys. So I think they'll come up with something interesting. Trusty is out. Reese is in, or is that McKenzie? I don't know. One of those two guys came in. Yeasley is also a little tired. He's not quite as injured. 72 minutes. Boy. I'm going to make a sub. I'm going to take Acosta out. I think there's something wrong with him. Take him out. Going to bring in also Przybylko for Adi. Adi's not playing well. Przybylko, they sort of hyped it up that he used to play for Philadelphia. So, he's playing against his former team, and like they mentioned that in the media, so might as well throw him in there, see if he can score a goal against his old team. Sometimes they get motivated by that kind of thing. Team instructions. Let's see if we can just hit early crosses and more direct for the last few minutes. De La Torre is injured for them as well. They just can't catch a break. Here we go. 83 minutes. Blackman with the throw in. Loses it to Romeo, but Akugo wins it. Kiri Shelton to Crispum. Richie Salvador, the youngster. Oh, great play out wide to Blackman. The freshman to Przybylko. They can't get it to him. Shelton tries again. Oh, there's a cheap foul in the box. He just sort of hooked him. Matt Butcher giving up the PK. I assume this is a catchy. Yeah, no, number 10. Let's see if we can win it on a penalty. Yes. 16th goal of the season for a midfielder is pretty darn good, I gotta say. I mean, he's probably had 4 or 5 penalty kicks in there as well, but still, 16 goals. That's nice. That's nice for a midfielder. Here's Romeo with the throw in. Alexander to Butcher. Are they going to even it up? Alexander. No. Over. All right. 85 minutes down. We got 5 minutes to go and then extra time. Their team, they got a ton of yellow cards. Some injuries. If any of these guys are on the cusp of a red card, Philadelphia is going to be really short-handed for the second leg. 92 minutes, 4 minutes of stoppage time, so a minute and a half left. Kugo crossed the field to Nuhu, who's come forward. He's got all kinds of space, and he's using it. He gets it stolen, but Kugo is there. He gets tackled. They've got a bit of a counterattack on. We got to get back. Nuhu running back at full pace. Look at that kid. He's back, but he's out of position. Alexander tries to cross it. Nuhu, what a guy. Gets it stolen from one end, comes back, makes the defensive play on the other end. Now Przybylko tries to lay it forward for Crispum. A minute to go. The highlight continues. Glad, way out of position, loses that header. Kolarczyk, the youngster. Oh, he can't get past Stefan. What a stop. I knew that kid was going to come into play at some point. 30 seconds. This could be the final attempt for Philadelphia. It's headed out by Wilson. 20 seconds to go. Can we hold on? If we keep them from getting the away goal, that puts us, ouch, way up there. Richie, my boy, do not get a yellow card. Thank you. I mean, nice foul, but still, you can't afford a yellow card, my friend. Send one in. Glad heads it out. Akugo, there it is. Okay. A little bit of stress there at the end of the game, but for the most part, we played that pretty strong. Got the goal. I mean, maybe we got it on a cheap penalty, but still, Puts us up 1 goal. And they did not get an away goal. So it's kind of like being up 2 goals in a weird sort of mathless kind of way. Anyway, well done, guys. Good win. Let's go. Continue. There we are. Let's check out the Western Conference while we're at it, I suppose. Major League Soccer. Eastern Conference. Western Conference final. San Jose 2-0 over Vancouver. So we could be looking at San Jose in the final rematch. I'm sure they'd want that game back because we beat them, if I'm not mistaken. We beat them in the U.S. Cup 4-2, and then I think we beat them at the end of the season. Yeah, we beat them at the end of the season 3-2. So they might want a little bit of revenge on us this season. All right, so we're going to pause it here and then come back for the second leg. So, pause. Okay, we are back with the second leg. Philadelphia 6-4 favorites at home per usual, but we are coming in excellent form. Won 4 of our last 5. No defeats in our last 5. They're coming in inconsistent form. 3 wins, 2 losses. Yeah. So, I think we got the leg up here. Although, our last 5 games against each other have been even. 2 wins for us, 2 wins for them, 1 draw down the center. Now, we've got a couple of guys back from injury. Both Aguirre and DeVries are sort of available this game, but I don't think I want to risk them, honestly. I mean, we've been playing pretty decent without them. We've got decent bench. Aguirre is still listed as injured and not fit. DeVries still injured. He resumed full training in 4 days. If it was an emergency, maybe we'd play him, but I don't think we just necessarily need him because we have, a solid enough team to beat Philadelphia, I think. So, let's go. Same team. Let's do it again. 1-0, that's fine. 0-0 is fine. Meanwhile, they've got Derek back in goal. Romeo, Reese, McKenzie, Yeasley. Lama is back playing the left wing. Butcher, Bedoya back in the center mid. Waji now out wide. Maddox and Torres is back. So they got a lot of their injured boys back. They're throwing as many injured players as they can into the game because they had a ton of injuries last game. So I don't know. Maybe we're a dirty team. I don't know. We do press a lot and, get stuck in a little bit from time to time. I wouldn't say we're dirty necessarily. All right, so Waji will cover him. Butcher made that big mistake last time. Lama, we definitely want to make sure we're covering him. All right. None of their guys look too bad. Although Torres is only at 90%, so he might not make the whole game, playing with a twisted ankle out there. Do we do the thing, like go hard tackling on the guy with the bad ankle? I don't think so. I just got done saying we're not a dirty team, so probably shouldn't do that. But I forgot to give a pep talk, I think. Yes, I did. Oh well, we're away from home. That's fine. We don't need a pep talk. If you're not fired up by now, if you're not fired up at the opponent's home stadium, then what are you doing out here? I don't know. All right. Could be another slow game. They've already got 2 shots, though, at 5 minutes in, so they might be taking this a little more seriously, a little bit more aggressively. Here's Romeo taking the free kick, sends one in. Stefan makes the stop. Nuhu has to clear it out. As long as we got Stefan back there in goal, we got a good shot. We've only got 43% possession, so they are definitely trying to hold on to the ball a little bit more, trying to be more aggressive. We got it up to 49%, though. See if we can wrest control back from this game. All right, so their coach is already talking to them. They're focused. 21 minutes in. Looks like our attack is going down the left-hand side toward Akechi. Here's a throw-in. Yeasley. Torres centers it to Butcher. He's going to take that shot, and he scores. Leave him wide open, and he ties up the game. Well, we do have the away goal, so we're still technically ahead. Butcher is just defense sitting back. Akugo couldn't get there. So Butcher has the big penalty in the first leg, gets the equalizer here in the second leg, so I guess that's good for him. Shelton and Acosta are nervous. Here's Romeo. Sends one in, but Akugo heads it out. Lamar takes a wide shot. All right, I'm not liking what's going on here, so we're going to go more direct passing. This seems like they were getting, I don't know, too feisty. Here's Lamar. There's Nuhu bombing one downfield. That's what we want. Adi, let's get the break going. Adi, he's got his man Acosta. He's roaming free. Oh, Derek with the big save. But that was a great pass from Adi between two men. Just a great save from Derek. Here's Akechi now in the corner. Sends one in. Wilson can't get the header to go, but Richie Salvador gets it back out wide to Akechi. Looking. Sends it across. Shelton with the header. No good. Glad's going to reset the offense, but to no avail. Wilson with a yellow. Now, Yeasley follows that up with his first yellow of the season. That's hard to believe for an 18-year-old fullback with 15 aggression. That's his first yellow card of the season. That's pretty wild. 2 minutes of extra time. .46. Yeah. Come on. Let's get to the end here. There we go. All right. Both teams with 8 shots. We got 6 on target, so their keeper Derek has made some nice saves. Got 10 fouls, 2 yellow cards. Both of us 50% possession, so that's all right. Dressing room now. Let's give them a proper pep talk. Passionate. Time for everyone to dig in tonight. Let's go and do it. Nope. They don't care about that. Okay. Philadelphia starts the second half. They are in the black jerseys, by the way, in case you were wondering. Looks like Richie Salvador stopped that initial attack. That's fine. Is anybody playing particularly poorly? Nuhu's not playing well. Nobody's playing very well at all. Danny Wilson's been booked. Yeasley sends one into Waji. Bedoya to Butcher. So far we got everybody covered, it looks like. Sending it out wide to Romeo. Centers to Butcher. Lamar. He's a sneaky old veteran. He could send one in, and he does, but that's a weak header by Maddox. Stefan easily, just lazily pulls that one out of the air. Looks like the highlight's going to continue as Stefan booms it downfield for Adi, who wins the header, of course. Back to Akechi. And we start the offense anew. Good play down the near sideline to Shelton, who cuts inside. He's got some space. Looking across to Akechi. Interesting. Nuhu ranging forward. Gets it into Adi. Adi takes the shot off the post. Acosta fouled. No, offside. It's putting a little bit of pressure on these guys. Acosta's wound up, anxious, nervous. 60-minute point, apprehensive. Here's Lamar sending one in. Blackman with the header. Butcher centers to Bedoya, who's wide open. His shot off the crossbar. Offside by Torres, thank you. Or did he get a yellow card for something? For a push, maybe. Romeo with a yellow card. Things are starting to get tight now. Starting to get chippy out there. Shall we give the boys a calming down? Nope. Disinterested. Don't like that. Costa's so apprehensive. And on a 6.4. Gonna make the sub. Gonna bring in Crispum for Acosta, right? Is that the play, or is that not the play? What could be another play? We could move Akechi in. Bring in Sonora, Delgado. I don't know. I think Crispum for Acosta. I think Akechi for Richie Salvador down in the midfield. And then let's try Bilko as a wide target man. Adi pressing forward on attack. We're going to change it up a little. We've never done this before. Sometimes you got to make changes in the playoffs at the very last minute when you're up a half a goal. I don't know why I did any of that stuff, but I did it. Let's take out our best player, our designated player. Put him in for Przbilko. All right, let's see how this plays. Butcher. Back to Reese. He's going to bomb one forward. Now, we didn't mess with our defense, so this has nothing to do with it. Kolarczyk. Yikes. They're calling a foul right there on the edge of the box. He's going to the monitor. This had better not be a penalty kick. He was clearly outside the box by at least an inch or two. Come on. Come on, ref. This should be a short one. What are we doing? The tension is mounting. Replay says free kick. There we go. Thank you. That would have been the cheapest PK of all time. What's happening here? Oh, he's going to go give Blackman a card, apparently. He's going to take his sweet, sweet time as well. Let me pull my card out of the pocket. Nope. Just gives him all that for a calm down. All right, I like it. I like it. Let's speed it up now. Here we go. Romeo sends one in. Booted out nicely. And there ends the highlight. After all of that, it's like a 5-minute delay. It's one kick and out. All right, 82 minutes. Got some nervous boys out there. Let's give them some encouragement. All right, Stefan's fired up. Glad's fired up. Akechi. Nuhu's motivated. That's what we want to see. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Corner by Najem. Sends one in. Oh, Stefan with a big save off the header. Looking for a penalty there, the Philadelphia player. Is that Bedoya, number 12? 3 minutes. Here we go. McKenzie sends one back to Derek. The highlight continues as Derek boots one down to Kiri Shelton. That was a bad pass. Shelton cuts inside as he's wont to do. He's got several men going forward, including Przbilko. Who's the genius? Who's the best coach? This guy right here. Had a feeling the big man was going to do something against his own team. His old team, I should say. Shelton, nice play, cutting inside, lots of space. Spots the target man on the back post who just one-times it. Not even back post, just across the box. Yeasley giving up a 6.0 rating. That's no good. 3 minutes is down. Blackman a header. Shelton wasn't particularly paying attention there. Last gasp for Philadelphia. Romeo charging forward, charging downfield. Nuhu with the interception ends the game. And we win 2-1. Look at that. Philadelphia, 20 shots, 9 on target, 14 fouls. We had 19 fouls. They had 53% of possession. They probably deserved to win that game. But all they could do was come out with a draw, and that was not good enough. So we were pressed there by Philadelphia pretty hard. They played a good game. You know, you got to give it up to them. They had all those injuries. Their guys were walking wounded out there. So they gave it their all, but they couldn't beat FC Cincinnati. And we're heading to MLS Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, Cincinnati win the Eastern Conference Final. 2-1 aggregate. Absolutely. Atlanta United was the preseason favorites. Good behavior award for Akugo. That's good. And Richie Salvador didn't get that yellow card. So that's good. So he's not going to be suspended. And, you know, we got a little bit of time before the Cup, right? We got 10 days before the Cup. So our injured guys who were, you know, could have come back this game, they should be healthy for next game, and we can work them into the lineup. So there we go. Oh, do we know who we're playing yet? I don't know that we do. Let's send the assistant. Let's figure out the matchup before we leave here. MLS Cup, there it is. Cincinnati versus San Jose. The rematch. Playing at home. Nippert Stadium. Outstanding, boys. All right. So that's going to do it. We'll come back for MLS Cup next time. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.